it. Okay. Yeah. Bombshell Seth Rich's parents confirm he leaked DNC emails. That's the name of the article. And so it says right here, VIPs stated that forensic studies of Russian hacking... Oh, excuse me. VIPS stated that forensic studies of Russian hacking into Democratic National Committee computers last year revealed that only July 5th, 2016 data was leaked, not hacked, by a person with a physical access to the DNC computer. Even when I look into the metadata, the Guccifer 2.0 stuff, it shows the same thing, that it was not leaked. I mean, that it was not hacked at all. That someone went in with a password and took it out. You know, people can say, like, oh, it's because, you know, John Podesta had a weak password. That literally said password. That was literally password. And that's how the Russians got it. But that is bullshit. Why would someone that's working in the government make such a weak password? You know, usually these type of things are created for people so that the passwords can't be easily propagated. So that's all bullshit all the way around. It's impossible really for it to be hacked. I mean, there's so much evidence that says Seth Rich leaked the documents. I mean, it's all right here, clear as crystal. And, you know, people are still running around Russia, 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 Russia. And they don't even care. And that's the funny thing, because it's leftists that are saying Russia, 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 Russia. When one of their own was killed because he saw that Hillary Clinton stole the nomination from Bernie Sanders, and he was upset. And he was surprised to see his own party deal in things like this. He became completely disillusioned. He was the first one to hashtag walk away. Okay? You know, so let's get into the facts about Seth Rich's murder. Okay? You know, like, let's forget about all the evidence that's there that shows that, you know, he's the one that leaked the emails. You know, but let's just go over his death, okay? So, facts about the death of Seth Rich. First of all, like I said, robbers didn't take anything. I mean, that's what they try to say. They try to say that he was robbed, or it was a bad robbery. It was a robbery gone wrong. But they haven't found the people who did it. Because one, the traffic lights, I believe, weren't working at the time. Or any security cameras around the area weren't working at the time. Or were positioned out of the area in which Seth's body was found. When they found him, his hands, knees, and face were bruised. So he did have signs of struggle. But then whoever was attacking him shot him twice in the back, execution style. So really what it seems like, what they like to do, like when you look at a lot of these political murders, you know, they like to rough them up, you know, scare them, you know, say, you know, this is what you get for turning against, you know, these people. So we're going to, you know, beat you up and then kill you. Okay. And so, like I said, no real evidence that it was a failed robbery. They're just assuming this because, well, there's a dead body on the ground. Literally is how they did it. And, you know, you also have to keep in mind the investigation wasn't even open that long. Like, good God. You would think with all the, you know, accusations being thrown around, people, you know, being blamed for doing this, that, and the other, that this would be held under a microscope. But nope. Nope. Of course not. Because you know who more than likely asked for the execution? Hillary Clinton. And people have died trying to uncover what she's done. So, I mean, just look, research her. Like, there's a lot of people that have already died around the Clintons. It's really ridiculous. So anyway, number 2. Julian Assange heavily implied he was the leaker. Now, Julian Assange has this thing, he never tells anyone who the leaker is or anything like that whenever he gets a leak. But what's curious about this is that Julian Assange announced the $20,000 offering if anyone could give him information about Seth Rich's death. Of course, I don't think anyone got the money. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Julian Assange could be keeping his secret. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, like I said, it seems like things are being held secret at this point because it's too risky right now to let the information out. I would think that they're trying to get everyone all at once, right when, the storm hits, talking about the financial storm, which ties into all this. He made an unexplained stop on the way home. Seth Rich. He made an unexplained, a weird stop before he got home, one that he usually doesn't take. See, he went to a bar called Lou City's Bar, and he stayed there until closing time. And then he said, this guy, Joseph Capone, I guess the owner, who knows? Oh no, the manager, offered a ride home to Seth, and he said, no, I'm going to go somewhere else and then I'll go home. Nobody knows where Seth went, but he was a 40-minute walk away from home when he was found. He didn't die. Oh wow, he supposedly didn't die 2 hours and 49 minutes after he was shot. So that's weird. Oh, he actually got to talk to emergency responders. It states here that if quote unquote, if Seth was killed by anybody he knew, he didn't say so because he was responsive when the ambulance got there. Which they say that's pretty much his personality. He was a talker, very big joker. The police actually got to talk to him, but the police will not reveal what Seth told them, saying that it would compromise the investigation. But supposedly they do not accept the theory that he was killed by the DNC. But they're still pursuing the idea that it was a robbery gone wrong. That is such bullshit. An anonymous tipster came out and said he was a leaker. That's another one. A private investigator named Rod Wheeler claims the police investigation was shut down when it wasn't. That's another weird thing. Oh, okay, and so it was Fox News. Rod Wheeler was hired by Fox News to investigate, what was going on with the leaks and everything. And so, why would somebody paid by Fox News come out and say an investigation had ended when it really hadn't? Unless there was something nefarious going on. Because the thing is, you can't really trust Fox News either when it comes to, the talking the news and everything. I mean, they're pretty much as much as liars as anybody else. Any of those news agencies. But the thing you have to keep in mind is that the big thing that they're trying to, I don't want to say hide or really, what would it be? Well, okay, so there's a financial collapse coming. I mean, and Trump talked about it. Okay, here's a clip from 2016. Trump was talking to Fox Business, and he literally tells everyone, like, hey, this whole financial system is a bubble, and he knows it's coming down. So listen to this clip.
Last one, Janet Yellen, chair of the Federal Reserve, is going to be testifying again today on Capitol Hill. Do you think that any part of this financial turmoil worldwide is her fault?
Well, sometimes it's confidence. Perhaps people don't have confidence in her. I mean, you don't know what it is exactly, but it is turmoil. I'm very proud to say I never bought stocks, but a number of years ago I bought a tremendous amount of stocks, and I sold them a year ago. And I'm very proud. At first I said, I made a mistake. I sold my stocks and the market looked up. Now I can tell you I'm way ahead, so I'm very proud of that. I'm a non-stock buyer. In other words, I listen to your program, but not for stock advice. But I bought because money was so readily available. It almost was, every company should make a fortune, and I was right. And then I sold. I held them for a couple of years, and I sold them and did really well with them. And again, it's not my thing. But I saw this coming, and I've been talking about a bubble. I think you sort of alluded to it, but I've been talking about a bubble. We are right now in a big, fat, ugly bubble, and we're controlled largely by Asia and by countries.
So see, right there, he knew that it was a big, fat bubble, as he keeps saying. And what is Trump doing right now? What does he do regularly in the news? He's always coming out and saying that the Fed needs to stop raising rates. He already knew that it was the Fed's fault. Not Janet Yellen's fault, per se, but the Federal Reserve itself, its entity being there since 1913. Anytime anyone tries to manipulate an economy, it's only going to make the economy worse. It's never going to do anything good. But as you can see here, Trump knew that this market was coming down. He knew that this whole financial system is a bubble. And he knows that it's going to come crashing down. But the reason why he has to lie about it is because the truth about the Federal Reserve has to come out itself. Just like he keeps letting all these cases come out, by themselves that they're not real. They're, illegal actions taken against people that were helping Trump. So as you can see, this is part of Trump's, how he works. Like he said he's never going to tell us the plan, right? He's never going to tell us the plan that he's taking on. But if you're smart and you're paying attention, you can see what's happening. And Trump is getting ready to take down the Federal Reserve because it's going to crash down the economy. So you got to be prepared for that. You got to get food, water. You got to get silver. You got to be prepared for this because this thing is coming down. And he's not going to sit there and say, hey, everybody get prepared, blah, blah, blah. No, he's giving us hints by telling us, the Federal Reserve needs to stop raising interest rates because it literally is imploding the economy. Well, this is the end of our show, or my show, as I should say, because I have another announcement to make next time. I forgot to make it here and now, but won't talk anymore about that until next time. But anyway, if you want to help fund this operation, if you want to help me pursue this, further, please go to teespring.com/stores/high-societies, SOCITYS-merch. Okay, again, that's teespring.com/stores/high-societies, SOCIETYS-merch. There you can buy shirts that are for men and women. You can also buy hoodies. It'll help fund the operation, and it'll help us. It will help me grow this thing so I can do more than just talk to you. But guys, this is about it. It's about to run out. I love everybody. I love America. I hope you have a good one. See you tomorrow.